What's good, you guys? Daniel Cruz here, back with another episode of Cook with Cruz. So if you remember from a couple episodes ago, I was talking about pretty much if you're building beats around acapellas, that's overall good for you as a producer. Definitely practice that when you can and don't pass up any opportunities to reproduce any records like that. This video is going to be a great example of myself actually putting that practice to use. So we got another record with Devvon Terrell that just dropped. We actually just dropped 2 songs in a row, so that's why you're seeing another video of me breaking down one of his songs. So he had sent me over an acapella and asked if I can produce this record for him, just building the beat around his vocals. And this was a bit of last minute. There was a deadline to do this, so I ended up getting the song done the next day. And as I'm breaking this one down, again, you're seeing me put it to practice. Just really building songs around vocals is really going to help you out, and it's also really fun to do. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up for me on the video if any of these videos I upload for you guys help or inspire you in any way. That all helps and truly means a lot, so I appreciate you guys. But anyways, let's jump in and break down Replay by Devvon Terrell. So the initial approach for the vision of the record we wanted more like a laid back lo-fi ballad type of R&B record here. Usually with these, I just want a basic chord progression that's going to go throughout the beat. That chord progression is going to drive the song. So if you heard the song already, you already know this, and you know the guitar is pretty much the backbone of the song here. So these clips here that I'm highlighting in this playlist here are pretty much the guitar chords I played. As you may know, I'm not the best guitar player, especially when it comes to playing chord progressions. So just looking into the playlist here, you can see I pretty much punched in on all of them. But here is the very simple but effective chord progression I came up with. So there goes the guitar, and again, this is going to be the backbone for the record here. Now looking into the mixer to see how I got my guitar to sound like that, let's start off with guitar rig at the top of the chain here, the bridge preset. We got some isotope vinyl, some reverb. You'll actually see me using this reverb plugin a lot, as well as the EQ. I actually just got the one of the FabFilter suites with the EQ, reverb, and compression. Pretty dope plugins, so definitely go check that out. Here's the EQ from FabFilter. This is what I'm going to start using from now on rather than the parametric EQ. And that wraps up our effects chain for the guitar. That's how I got it to sound the way it does. So now moving on from the guitar, I have this audio clip, which is basically a recording of some rain. I've had that clip for super long and I've used it in a few of my beats already. It's just going to add some really nice textures and kind of set the mood for the song here. And for the intro, I do put a low pass filter onto the guitar so it kind of sits in the background a little bit. And then when Devvon comes in for his verse, we take it off so it sounds nice and full. To the verse, this is where I bring in just some bass. Again, we're building a ballad record here, so we're just going to slowly build up and not add a whole lot to the beat. For the bass, we got Scarby pre-bass. I've used this a lot in a lot of beats whenever I want a nice electric sounding bass guitar. This is my go-to. And for my producers that maybe have this contact bank here, I just recently found out a cool trick to do bass slides with the VST. If you create a MIDI out channel and configure one of these knobs to CC64, I named it slide here, and keep your port and channel numbers the same as the Scarby pre-bass or whatever bass you're using that can do this, it pretty much activates the slide feature, which is pretty dope. And I use this on the last note of the loop here to kind of bend back up to our root note for the downbeat. I'm going to just play through the piano roll here because it's literally just real simple notes just hitting on the beats for the chords. So you can hear that slide added a nice touch to the beat here. And so when we come in for the verse here, when Devvon comes in, I have that slide coming in right here, and I use that as a transition into the verse.
How did we get here? Was it me? Was it something that I said? You said we've been here, and that I've ignored everything you said. Tell me how I missed this. Tell me how I never felt this.
So it's already sounding pretty dope. Mind you, again, I'm building around the acapella, so I'm kind of going by ear what sounds best for the song. And as simple as that, that's all we really need for like a ballad track like this. So once we get to the second half of the verse, this is where I start to build up a little bit. I'm going to come in with Keyscape, LA Custom C7 Mellow. There will never be a time when a piano will not harmonize well with a guitar. So these two instruments will go hand in hand. All I'm going to do is just play the same chords on the keys now in harmony with the guitar. So there goes the piano, really simple there. So the last 4 bars, I pretty much take the same piano chords, I just drop them down a whole octave. That decision was based purely off of the cadence of Devvon's vocals here. I felt a switch in his voice and just felt the need to try to drop the keys down an octave to see if that would sound good, and it ended up working pretty well. So we're gonna start mid-range on the keys and then work our way down for the last 4 bars of the verse.
Before, didn't I? Probably just watching, waiting for our demise. I didn't catch it, now I'm here learning a lesson of how I lost you. Running back the tape.
So now that pretty much wraps up the verse here. The additions to the piano were a way to build up for the hook. So I wanted the hook to sound full but mellow at the same time, again, for the vibes we're trying to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our low piano, which I just played. We're going to replay the guitar now, but just play it just sustaining the whole chord rather than just hitting the root note and then the chord. And we're going to add some basic drums. So here goes the guitar right now, which sounds like this. So now we're sustaining everything out. We're just going to do the same thing to our bass. Again, really simple. So there goes all of our instruments. That's all we want for the song here. Let's take a look at the drums now, which are also very simple. We'll start off with this percussion loop here, more like a hat loop. This is our snare and a kick. And that's it. Only 3 tracks there, which is a lot more simpler than I usually do. But after I play it all back for you right now, it's all going to make sense and it's all going to sound pretty good. So here we go. End of verse, into the hook.
Now I'm here learning a lesson of how I lost you. Running back the tape, watching it replay, replay, replay. Watching it replay, replay, replay. Watching it replay, replay, replay. Watching it replay.
So that right there pretty much wraps up the song. At least for my part, I did send this over. Devvon finished his second verse, recorded it, did all the mixing and everything. And it's out now, so I'll leave links for you in the description so you can go check out the final product of the song. I hope today's episode helped or inspired you guys. I know this beat here, this song here is a lot more simpler than what you guys are used to seeing. This is definitely one of my more simpler ones, being we got literally 3 chords and basically no drums until the hook. And even then the drums are really simple. So just to show you, you guys can make some really dope stuff off of really simple music. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like for me if you enjoyed today's video, and make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to be back next week with another video just like this, breaking down beats, songs, showing you all my secrets and everything that I do. Questions, comments, concerns, please leave those below in the comments for me. I always get back to you guys, and I definitely appreciate all the love and comments. So please leave some feedback, some comments for me below. I definitely appreciate it. But that pretty much wraps up today's episode. That is all from me today. I will see you next Sunday. I'm out. Peace.